Catherine suspects something is off after her husband switches from his SUV to a cheap old car daily and leaves the city limits. Worried, she follows him, only to uncover his secret life. It was a peaceful evening. Catherine had just entered the supermarket's parking lot when she recalled her husband, Dylan. He would sometimes shop at the supermarket after work. She stopped her car, pulled out her phone, and called him, but the call went to voicemail. Catherine was about to slip her phone to her pocket when it buzzed with a message from him, still at work. "Talk to you later." Catherine sighed. She was planning on grabbing a coffee with him at the supermarket's cafe, but she would wait until next time. She parked her car, grabbed the shopping bag from the back seat, and exited the vehicle. As she was navigating through the row of parked cars, a black SUV caught her eye. Catherine's suspicions are on high alert when she spots Dylan's car in a place it shouldn't be. And get this, he's changing clothes like he's in some kind of spy movie. But the real shocker, Dylan's rolling up in a beat-up sedan and then switching back to his fancies. Talk about suspicious. Catherine's mind's racing with questions, but she plays it cool and decides to confront him later. Can you believe the drama? Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell for more amazing stories. "So, how was your day?" she asked, noticing he seemed lost and wasn't interested in the food. "Oh, it was usual meetings, paperwork, the regular stuff," he answered as if he had practiced the reply before. "I thought you'd have popped out for a bit," she said. "Nah, today was packed," he replied, and Catherine's heart sank. Was he lying because he was cheating on her? Catherine wanted to confront him, but she wasn't prepared. She also couldn't accuse him without proof. She somehow finished dinner, did the dishes, and went to bed. The next morning, she awoke early. She had planned to station herself in the supermarket's parking lot and wait for him to arrive. "Where are you headed so early?" Dylan's groggy voice stopped her as she was leaving the bedroom after getting dressed in her casual attire. "Oh, I've booked an early morning massage session. Remember? The back pain's been killing me," she lied. "Going without breakfast?" "Yeah, I'll grab something on the way and see you in a while." "Sleep in." She pecked him on the forehead and left the house. After arriving at the parking lot, Catherine's gaze was fixed on the entrance. As she had suspected, Dylan showed up in his SUV and switched to the sedan. She's tailing Dylan through traffic, heart racing as they head into the dark depths of a forest. With nerves of steel, she hides in the bushes, watching Dylan's mysterious meeting unfold before her eyes. But just when she thinks she's been caught, a bus comes to her rescue, breaking their line of sight. With a sigh of relief, Catherine blends into traffic, following Dylan deeper into the unknown. As they venture into a secluded area, her unease grows, but she's determined to uncover the truth. Catherine saw them laughing and interacting and couldn't hold herself back. "What's going on here?" she yelled, approaching them. "Catherine, what are you doing here?" Dylan asked, shocked. "Who is this beauty?" "The other man," Harry asked, looking at her. "I'm his wife," yelled Catherine. "Explain everything, Dylan. Why did you lie about the office meeting? And what's with you switching your SUV in the supermart's parking lot and coming here in that run-down vehicle?" Blood drained off Dylan's face. "Wife? You never mentioned her. You said you were a poor man who worked at the gas station." Harry stared at Dylan. "You were lying all along?" "Harry, please." I can explain," Dylan replied nervously. A strange rage gripped Harry. He grabbed the bottle on a nearby table and smashed it against Dylan's head. Dylan's eyes rolled back, and he crumbled to the ground, unconscious. A sharp pain shot through his head when he opened his eyes. He tried to move but couldn't. He was bound to a chair, and beside him was Catherine, also tied to a chair. They were trapped in the basement. "Start talking, Dylan." "What the heck is happening?" Her eyes welled up in fear and confusion. Dylan hung his head, knowing he had to come clean. "I should have told you everything, but I wanted to protect you from my past," he said. I had a son, Catherine, and it all started when I went to a doctor with him. 19 years ago, Dylan, 19, stepped out of the doctor's office and stared at his baby son in his arms. His little son was diagnosed with a rare condition and needed urgent surgery, which would cost about $100,000. Dylan didn't have that kind of money. In despair, he called his girlfriend and told her everything. When he arrived home, he had never expected to find a note from her stating that she was leaving him. "Don't look for me. I didn't want this child, Dylan. Bye," it said. Dylan's life takes a dark turn. Desperate to save his son's life, he turns to his friend Harry, a seasoned robber. With no other options, Dylan agrees to join Harry's gang for a daring bank heist. As they execute their plan on the fateful day, Dylan's heart races as he waits in the getaway car, masked and ready for action. But when Harry rushes in, it's clear that things are about to take a dangerous turn. They are gone. "Drive," Harry ordered. Dylan did as he was instructed, but it was long before he noticed the police lights in the rearview mirror. The police sirens grew louder. Dylan floored the gas pedal as he wove through traffic, trying to escape the cops. But the cops kept getting closer and started firing. Dylan's heart raced when Harry was shot in his shoulder. "Keep driving," Harry said, groaning in pain. But another bullet pierced their car tire. The sedan Dylan was driving lurched to the side, becoming increasingly difficult to control. "We're not going to make it, Dylan." "Listen to me," Harry came up with a plan. "There's a narrow alley up ahead, about 300 meters. Drive into it, and you'll find a sewer hatch. Ditch the car, get into the sewers, and follow the markings. Don't worry about me. Take all the money with you, but keep my share. I expect to be paid when I get out of jail." Fast forward to the present, and Dylan's facing a moral dilemma of epic proportions. With Harry behind bars and no sign of the stolen loot, Dylan's left grappling with an impossible choice: risk his own life to save his son or lose him forever. As he weighs his options, the clock is ticking and the stakes couldn't be higher. Right then, the basement door flung open. Harry appeared with a smirk. "I just had a little visit to your cozy home," he snarled. "Quite the palace you've got there, though not many valuables. Makes me wonder where all the money went." Dylan knew it was high time he made things right. So he asked Harry to let Catherine go. In return, he proposed to drive Harry to the bank and hand over the $1 million in his account. Harry agreed. "But if you even think of playing any tricks or getting the police involved, I won't hesitate to spill all about your dark past," Harry warned Dylan. "Remember, I've got nothing to lose, and I've plenty of allies in jail. You mess with me, and you pay the price." Dylan nodded, but as he dove to the bank that day, he realized he couldn't trust Harry. Dylan was convinced Harry would kill him and Catherine after getting those $1 million. He couldn't endanger Catherine's life. So, as Dylan approached the bank teller, he shouted, "This is a robbery." Panic ensued between the employees and visitors. The bank doors closed with a bang, and guards surrounded him and Harry. "What are you doing?" "I'll make sure the cops know every sordid detail of your past," Harry hissed. Dylan looked Harry in the eye. "I will tell them everything myself, but I'm glad Catherine will be alive," he answered as he was taken to the police car. Thanks for tuning in to Spread Channel. Until next time, keep your imagination soaring.